Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. As I've been looking through our stuff at the end of the year here, kind of reflecting on what we did this year and where I want the company to go in the future, I thought it'd be a fun video to make, kind of just outlining our top jobs, the ones that brought us in the most money, what made up the bulk of our work, what we enjoyed doing, kind of where our company focuses its work, and some of the niche we've fallen into. And just thought it'd be fun to share. And hopefully you guys will share back in the comments as well what your top performers are for the year. I don't know if I'm going to give any real money figures on this, but maybe just some general outlines so you have some kind of idea. But yeah, let's get into it. So number one, if you've watched any of our videos in the past here, number one is painting. Both interior and exterior painting is a major moneymaker for us. It's just kind of a niche we fell into through the years. We, one, got a lot of calls for painting. Two, just kind of fell in love with the outcome of painting, I guess. The process can suck, especially for outside exterior painting. You're scraping a lot of paint flakes. It's hot out. They're sticking to you. That's not fun. But the actual painting is very rewarding to be able to drive by and say, hey, I painted that house. Like, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? So that is huge for us, both interior and exterior. To kind of give you some perspective, well, first let me back it up and show you some of the business breakdown of how this works. So my business is, well, I should say our business is, I brought my brother on in 2022 to the business. I founded the original business in 2019. So in 2022, I brought my brother on, brought him on as a 50-50 partner. He is now in charge of just painting. So he runs all the painting. And then we hired my youngest brother as an employee this year. He ran the painting, didn't run it. He worked the painting with my other brother, right? And so that's all they did all summer. They did exteriors from, I believe we started second week in April this year, all depends on the weather, to second week in November. So we had a good long season this year. We got about an extra month, which was really nice, just the way it worked out. They did, I think, 12 full exterior repaints. Average ticket price on those was probably about 10K gross on all those. Obviously, we had higher and lower on some houses. We did a few decks. Not really a huge fan of decks. They just don't last that long. And just, I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of decks. So we don't do a ton of decks, but we did a couple. And then we had a bunch of just small painting jobs in between with like exterior trim painting. Some people need just the trim on their house painted. They might have vinyl, but they got wood trim still. Stuff like that. You get the idea. Some doors, whatever. And then we had some interior painting as well. Average interior job is probably, if I had to just pull the numbers off the top of my head, round or roughly, I mean, probably about 4 to 5K each interior job. We did a bunch of those in the off season, if you want to say. And so yeah, that makes up a lot of our work. Painting is a huge moneymaker. Painting, staining, if you want to say, huge moneymaker for us. And business would be in a different place if we didn't have painting. So if they're running the painting, that leaves me. I run the handyman side of things. I'll go do more of the traditional things that you might think a handyman will do, right? I'll go do the drywall repairs, the odd jobs, doorknobs, hanging art, hanging TVs, your door squeaks, the stuff like that, the standard handyman stuff. I will say, though, I've kind of fallen into the niche on that side of rot repair. I love soffit fascia repairs and just like siding repairs in general. We have a lot of really old 1800s wood homes around us, and they all have rot on them. And it's just a really nice, for us, really nice, because at some point it's going to rot. And then we generally come in and we can then get a rot repair job and a painting job off of it, as they kind of go together a lot of times. So that's really nice. I'll go in, repair all the rot. The boys will come in, paint it up afterwards. You get a nice finished project. Super satisfying work. I really like it. So that's kind of where I'm heading into this year. I'm kind of focusing on we're going to expand the painting crew, hire a painter. We've already got 4 or 5 jobs lined up for next year, which is great. We've never had paint jobs lined up for the following year before, so I'm really happy with how the company is growing. That's really great. So we're going to get another painter in the spring is the goal. And then the handyman, I'm hoping to get another handyman, even part-time, to start kind of taking over my work. I run the estimates as well, and so it gets to be a lot during the summer when everything is just kind of like, you guys know how it gets in the summer. The phone doesn't stop ringing, right? And we brought on my wife this year as our office person. So she takes calls and emails and all that stuff. And that's helped a ton. Before we hired her on, I had 83 voicemails, and that was from like 2 weeks. So I just could not get back to everyone. I didn't, nor did I really want to, honestly. Like, I couldn't keep that all straight with all the work we already had. It was just a lot, right? So hoping to do that so I can expand more into estimates and just we're gonna start building it out. But yeah, I guess another job that I did a lot of this year was drywall repair. That made up a lot of revenue. I guess to give you some perspective as far as average handyman jobs, the rot repair averages about 3 to 5 days generally. They're usually pretty good size ones. We do have occasional 1 day, excuse me, or half day job. But the average handyman job ticket for the year is probably about 1,200 gross a day. So that's pretty good. And now it'd be nice if you could work every day, but it doesn't work like that. So you guys might be thinking that's a ton of money, but you break it down, you take out business expenses, it goes fast. You guys know. So anyways, yeah, that's kind of how our business ran this year. Kind of our top money makers would definitely be rot repair, painting, and then just small odds and ends like minimum service charges. We did a bunch of those. You stack up a bunch of them in one day, you make yourself a nice little route, and it's a good day, nice and easy. You're in, you're out. So yeah, that's kind of that. Let me know what your top money makers were and kind of how you have your business structured. Is there any niches that you've fallen into? And yeah, I hope you guys had a good year. Looking forward to the next year. Hope you guys are planning ahead. Let's make this year really good. And I'm hoping to stay on the videos, maybe share more about my business and not just like broad stuff in general, but maybe bring you more into kind of our life a little bit and start showing you stuff like that. And yeah, thanks for watching.